Jay-Z, the man who usually walks on rap royalty clouds, is now wading through a swamp of shocking allegations. And believe me, this ain't your regular hip-hop drama, it's the real deal.
So I kind of sort of think the same thing with hip-hop music becoming so global, you forgot what it was all about. So I felt like with that kind of statement, everybody would start taking the rap game more serious.
Nas spilled the beans in a resurfaced interview, and now we're peeking into a Pandora's box of jaw-dropping revelations, the kind that makes you question if you ever really knew your favorite rap mogul. What has Jay-Z been up to behind the scenes? Was Nas just playing the gossip fiddle? Let's find out in this video. Reality check. In a resurfaced interview with Wendy Williams, Nas made some explosive claims about Jay-Z's knowledge of R. Kelly's predatory behavior towards young girls. The interview, which took place in 2002 during the height of Nas and Jay-Z's infamous feud, shed light on a dark secret that had been lurking in the shadows for years. Nas did not hold back as he expressed his frustration and disappointment with Jay-Z's continued association with R. Kelly. He boldly stated that it was impossible for Jay-Z not to have seen the signs of Kelly's inappropriate behavior.
You can't tell me Jada see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. No. You can't tell me, you won't sit here and tell me that working on that album that he ain't never seen no 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity?
The collaboration between Jay-Z and R. Kelly had been a successful one. They had teamed up on several hit singles, including Fiesta and Guilty Until Proven Innocent, which had topped the chart. But behind the scenes, disturbing rumors were circulating about R. Kelly's interest in underage girls. In 2002, the same year as the interview, recordings of R. Kelly engaging in sexual acts with a 14-year-old girl began to circulate. The nature of these recordings shocked many people, but it seemed that Jay-Z had ignored the allegations. Nas, who had personal interactions with R. Kelly, spoke from his own experiences. He admitted that he had not witnessed any underage girls during his time with Kelly, but he acknowledged that there were underlying issues that needed to be addressed. "I've been around R. Kelly. I've been on tours with him," Nas revealed. "I didn't see no 14-year-old, but I talked to the man and see there's a little problem there. The brother needs help, and I pray for him." The timing of Nas's claims was significant. Nearly 17 years later, the release of the docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly, would expose the extent of Kelly's abuse and shed light on the generational trauma faced by his victims. The documentary, which chronicled the stories of survivors and the complicity of those around Kelly, was a wake-up call for the industry. However, it was revealed that former colleagues of R. Kelly, including Jay-Z, had declined to be interviewed for the documentary. This raised further questions about their knowledge and involvement in the situation. Why did Jay-Z choose to remain silent? Did he truly know about R. Kelly's predatory behavior? Nas believed that the fact that Jay-Z had not spoken out or distanced himself from Kelly raised serious questions about his complicity. The music industry has a long history of turning a blind eye to the actions of its artists in the pursuit of profit. The allure of fame and success often overshadows the need for accountability. But Nas's claims brought this issue to the forefront, forcing the industry to confront its own complicity in enabling predatory behaviors. People pointed out that Jay-Z couldn't accuse R. Kelly because of his rumored connections with minors. In fact, people have pointed to the accusations made by Rymir Satterthwaite. Rymir Satterthwaite is a man who has been making headlines with his bold assertion that he is the secret son of Jay-Z. This scandalous revelation has been the subject of a decade-long legal battle, with Rymir fighting tooth and nail to uncover the truth about his paternity. According to Rymir, the alleged affair between Jay-Z and his mother Wanda took place in the early 1990s. Rymir claims that Jay-Z had a romantic relationship with Wanda during this time, which resulted in his birth. However, Jay-Z has consistently denied these allegations and has refused to undergo a DNA test to confirm or deny Rymir's claims. The lawsuit, which was initiated in 2011, has been a roller coaster ride of legal maneuvers and public scrutiny. Rymir's defense team has presented statements from individuals who claim to have witnessed the affair between Jay-Z and Wanda. Rymir, determined to uncover the truth, has filed a Supreme Court motion to force Jay-Z to undergo a DNA test. He believes that this test will finally reveal the undeniable proof of his paternity. However, Jay-Z's legal team has refuted Rymir's claims, stating that they have already been reviewed by the courts and dismissed. Jay-Z's lawyers have suggested that the case should be dismissed due to jurisdictional difficulties, while also accusing Rymir's mother of committing fraud by providing incorrect information on the paternity documents. To understand the alleged affair between Jay-Z and Wanda, we must go back to the early 1990s. Wanda claims that she met Jay-Z in Philadelphia in 1992, and from there, their relationship quickly blossomed. They spent time together, and eventually, they found themselves in Jay-Z's aunt's project apartment building in Brooklyn, New York, where their their romance intensified. Wanda has stated that she and Jay-Z allegedly used protection during their encounters, making her pregnancy seem unlikely. However, fate had other plans, as Wanda found herself pregnant despite their precautions. She claims to have seen Jay-Z again a few weeks later, but after that, she never heard from the rapper again. The revelation of Wanda's pregnancy led Rymir's family to approach Jay-Z about the situation. According to reports, Jay-Z's in-house lawyer reached out to them, attempting to address the matter privately. During their discussions, Rymir's singing career was mentioned, but it seems that nothing substantial came out of these conversations, as Jay-Z's lawyer cited Rymir's need to focus on his education. However, the situation changed when other lawyers got involved, according to Rymir's legal custodian Lillian. She believes their attitudes shifted after learning about Wanda's age, and this might have affected how they saw the case. Now, this is the problem. Wanda was 16 when she got pregnant. Jay-Z and his team must have been very uncomfortable by the idea of him confirming having a sexual relationship with a minor. This is even more serious when you consider the situation with R. Kelly. In an interview with The Sun in 2018, Rymir expressed his frustration with the public's perception of his motives. Many have accused him of chasing Jay-Z for money and fame, but Rymir vehemently denies these claims. For him, it has always been about seeking the truth regardless of the consequences. This is not the first time Rymir has taken legal action against Jay-Z. In 2016, he filed a lawsuit alleging that Jay-Z was his biological father and demanding a paternity test. However, the case was dismissed by a court judge in New Jersey due to jurisdictional issues. Despite previous legal setbacks, Rymir remains determined to uncover the truth about his paternity. He has been fighting for over a decade, refusing to let the case be dismissed without a thorough examination of the evidence. Rymir's unwavering belief that Jay-Z is his biological father has fueled his relentless pursuit of justice. The allegations of Jay-Z's secrecy and attempts to avoid a paternity test have added fuel to the fire of this scandalous saga. The public eagerly awaits the outcome of Rymir's efforts to reopen the case and the potential revelations that may come to light. Beyond these allegations, rumors have swirled regarding Jay-Z's other secret children. One such claim involves an adult film star named Jasmine Cashmere, who reportedly became pregnant with Jay-Z's child. Despite both parties denying any involvement and publicly refuting the rumors, a friend tipped off the news, alleging that Jay-Z had paid Jasmine a substantial sum of money to disappear. The alleged payout, coupled with Jasmine's purchase of a new house, only fueled speculation surrounding this supposed secret child. Another rumor centers around a model named Chanel Scott, with whom Jay-Z allegedly fathered a child. At the time, Chanel was in a relationship with another man, leading to assumptions that her child belonged to him. However, a paternity test confirmed that Jay-Z was the biological father. In response, Jay-Z took responsibility for his actions, providing Chanel and their son with a comfortable home in Trinidad and offering financial support through regular child support payments. Yet another claim comes from one of Jay-Z's former friends, who alleges that Jay-Z has a secret adult daughter. According to this friend, Jay-Z purchased a house for his alleged daughter in Cambridge, Maryland, and continues to cover her expenses. However, as part of their agreement, Jay-Z allegedly prohibits her from displaying any pictures of him in her home. The old interview discussing Jay-Z's relationship with R. Kelly has resurfaced amidst recent lawsuits against Diddy. Many suggest Diddy and Jay-Z are similar in that regard. Some even suggest Jay-Z is worse. However, others say that Nas accused Jay-Z because of their long-standing feud. Let's explore the details of this conflict. The feud. In the tightly knit neighborhoods of Queens, New York, two iconic rappers were destined to make their mark on the world of hip-hop. Nas, with his groundbreaking debut album Illmatic, and Jay-Z, emerging from the shadow of Biggie Smalls, captivated audiences with their raw talent and lyrical genius. But beneath the surface of their shared Queens roots, a rivalry began to brew. The first sparks of friction between Nas and Jay-Z ignited during the early stages of their career. It all started when Nas skipped out on a recording session for Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt. Frustrated by Nas's absence, the production team had no choice but to lift a vocal sample in place of any new bars. Nas, perceiving this as a slight, took it to heart and saw it as a sign of disrespect. Nas didn't waste any time retaliating. On his second album, It Was Written, he took a friendly shot at Jay-Z, specifically targeting his choice of transportation. Nas called out Jay-Z's habit of driving a Lexus with TVs installed on the inside, subtly mocking his flashy lifestyle. This playful jab set the stage for what would become one of hip-hop's most enduring feuds. The sparring match between Nas and Jay-Z continued in a respectful manner, with each rapper taking turns delivering lyrical blows. However, the rivalry took an unexpected turn when Rockefeller artist Memphis Bleek entered the picture. On his single Memphis Bleek Is, Bleek echoed Nas's track Nas Is Like, either intentionally or unintentionally. This caught Nas's attention, and he couldn't resist firing back. Nas responded with his lyrics on the Nostradamus cut, What You Think of That, where he confidently declared, I need an encore, y'all. You should welcome me back. You want a ball till you fall? I can help you with that. This direct reference to Jay-Z's hit song H to the Izzo was a clear indication that Nas was ready to take the rivalry to the next level. It was Memphis Bleek, however, who arguably fired the first full shot in the Nas versus Jay-Z beef. His track My Mind Right took aim at Nas and his perceived decline after his debut album. This sparked a fiery response from Nas, who unleashed the scathing Stillmatic reply. In this track, Nas questioned Jay-Z's authenticity, asking, "Is he H to the Izzo, M to the Izzo?" This line not only challenged Jay-Z's credibility, but also hinted at Nas's belief that he was the true king of hip-hop. As the tension between Nas and Jay-Z escalated, the hip-hop community eagerly awaited their next moves. The stage was set for a battle of epic proportions, with two rap titans vying for dominance. Refusing to mince his words, Jay-Z seized the opportunity to speak his mind during a Hot 97 freestyle. Finessing the freestyle for his 2001 album, The Blueprint, he unleashed a scathing attack on Nas, tearing down his one-time friend and rap peer. Jay-Z labeled Nas a has-been who only had a good album every decade, aiming to diminish his credibility and undermine his success. This brutal assault came at a time when Nas was facing a career low, making the impact of Jay-Z's words even more devastating. But Nas wasn't one to back down. He rose to the challenge and recorded Ether, a track that remains an unusually brutal moment in his discography. Swapping the poetic and introspective style of his debut for visceral street poetry, Nas unleashed a torrent of insults aimed squarely at Jay-Z. In Ether, he called Jay-Z a sellout, highlighting his faltering start in the industry and accusing him of sacrificing his integrity for wealth and fame. Nas didn't shy away from using homophobic slurs and accused his queen's contemporary of misogyny, adding fuel to the fire. The intensity of Nas's attack shocked the hip-hop world and solidified Ether as one of the most scathing diss tracks in history. The beef between Nas and Jay-Z didn't stop at the two rappers. Potshots came from all angles, with members of their respective crews getting involved. Jay-Z's track Super Ugly took the beef to a personal level, as he brazenly bragged about a 3-year-long affair with Nas's girlfriend, Carmen Bryant. This revelation sparked outrage and further escalated the tension between the two rappers. In an unexpected turn of events, Hov's mother, Gloria Carter, became an unlikely peace figure. She dialed into Hot 97 to request her son to behave himself and put an end to the personal attacks. This plea from a mother to her son added a human element to the beef, reminding everyone involved of the consequences of their actions. The epicenter of the Nas versus Jay-Z beef was New York City, particularly their homes in Queens. The local community took sides, and radio stations like Hot 97 fueled the fire by playing the diss tracks back to back and encouraging listeners to phone in with their opinion. The feud became a cultural phenomenon, with fans passionately debating who had the upper hand in this rap battle for the ages. Jay-Z's attack on Nas in The Blueprint 2 prompted a reflective but brutal response from Nas in The Last Real Alive. In this track, Nas dismissed Jay-Z as a mere footnote in hip-hop history, emphasizing his own longevity and impact on the genre. The back and forth between the two rappers reached its peak, with each diss track raising the stakes and pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in rap beef. But as time went on, the intensity of the Nas versus Jay-Z beef began to fade. Jay-Z retired from the rap game only to make a comeback later on. He even altered the spelling of his name, symbolizing a new chapter in his career. Jay-Z's retirement from the rap game marked a turning point in his journey. He took the opportunity to explore new ventures and expand his empire. He became a showbiz mogul, launching Tidal, a music streaming platform that aimed to revolutionize the industry. Jay-Z's business acumen and entrepreneurial spirit propelled him to new heights, and he eventually achieved billionaire status. His success in the business world solidified his position as one of the most commercially successful musicians of his time. During his hiatus, Jay-Z underwent a transformation both personally and artistically. When he made his comeback, he did so with a renewed sense of purpose. His album 444 delved into themes of aging, guilt, loss, and survival, showcasing a more vulnerable and reflective side of the rapper. It was hailed as his most creative work in a decade, earning critical acclaim and resonating with audiences worldwide. Jay-Z's reinvention proved that he was not only a master of the rap game, but also a true artist capable of growth and evolution. Nas, on the other hand, took a step back from the spotlight after the intense period of the beef. He focused on producing records that were arguably beneath his name, leading some to question his artistic choices. However, Nas used this time to reflect and regroup, determined to reclaim his throne as one of rap's greatest lyricists. With The King's Disease, Nas made a triumphant return to the forefront of the hip-hop scene. The album showcased his growth as an artist and solidified his status as a rap legend. Nas shed the inconsistent experiments of the millennial era and delivered a more rounded sound that resonated with both old and new fans. The King's Disease proved that Nas still could captivate audiences with his lyrical prowess and storytelling abilities. Despite their individual journeys, Nas and Jay-Z found themselves back in parallel. Both rappers had overcome personal and professional challenges, emerging stronger and more focused than ever before. They had moved beyond the need for rivalry and competition, embracing their roles as elder statesmen of hip-hop. In a surprising turn of events, Jay-Z extended an olive branch to Nas, signaling a potential reconciliation. On April 29, 2021, Jay-Z shared a specially curated playlist dedicated to Nas's music on Tidal, a gesture that spoke volumes about their newfound respect for each other. This act of solidarity was followed by their collaboration on DJ Khaled's track Sorry Not Sorry, where they showcased their lyrical prowess and reminded the world of their undeniable talent. Nas's verse in Sorry Not Sorry was particularly revealing, discussing his finances and revealing the extent of his gains through cryptocurrency. This collaboration not only showcased their individual growth, but also highlighted their ability to come together and create something powerful. Perhaps the key to their reconciliation lies in their shared understanding of the importance of financial success. When Nas and Jay-Z first put an end to their beef back in 2005, they appeared together in New Jersey, where Jay-Z addressed the crowd declaring, "All that beef shit is done, we had our fun, let's get this money." As true elder statesmen of hip-hop, Nas and Jay-Z have transcended the need for rivalry and competition. They have embraced their individual journeys, carving out new paths and leaving a lasting impact on the music industry. Carter versus everybody. Let's circle back to the earlier interview. Accusations about Jay-Z's behavior with other women in the industry are part of a wider discussion about powerful figures in the music industry mistreating and exploiting young artists. Recently, singer Jaguar Wright has come forward with shocking claims that take Jay-Z's alleged misconduct to a whole new level. According to Wright, Jay-Z has been involved in assaulting minors, and his alleged actions are even worse than those of Diddy. One of the most disturbing allegations made by Wright involves Jay-Z's alleged involvement with Foxy Brown, a prominent rapper in the late 90s and early 2000s. Wright claims that Jay-Z had a relationship with Foxy Brown when she was underage, suggesting that he took advantage of her vulnerability and manipulated her for his own gain. The details surrounding their alleged relationship are murky, but the implications are deeply troubling. But it doesn't stop there. Rumors have also circulated about Jay-Z's connection to the late R&B singer Aaliyah. Aaliyah, who tragically passed away in a plane crash in 2001, was a rising star with a promising career ahead of her. However, according to Wright, there may have been more to Aaliyah's story than meets the eye. Wright suggests that Jay-Z had a secret relationship with Aaliyah, who was underage at the time. While the details of this alleged relationship are speculative, the implications are shocking. If true, it would mean that Jay-Z not only engaged in inappropriate behavior with a minor, but also potentially played a role in Aaliyah's tragic demise. These allegations paint a disturbing picture of Jay-Z's alleged actions and raise serious questions about his character and the extent of his involvement with underage individuals. Scandals have long plagued the music industry, but the allegations made by Jaguar Wright suggest that there may be a darker side to Jay-Z's success. But the revelations don't end there. Wright has also claimed that Jay-Z had an affair with Tiara Marie, who was a minor at the time, and that she faced severe consequences as a result. Tiara Marie, a talented singer who rose to fame in the early 2000s, was just starting her career when she allegedly became entangled with Jay-Z. According to Wright, Jay-Z took advantage of Tiara's vulnerability and manipulated her into a relationship despite her being underage. The details surrounding their alleged affair are shocking, and if true, it would mean that Jay-Z not only engaged in inappropriate behavior with a minor, but also abused his power within the industry. But the story doesn't end with the affair. Wright claims that after the relationship between Jay-Z and Tiara Marie came to light, Tiara faced severe repercussions. She alleges that Jay-Z used his influence to blacklist Tiara from the music industry, effectively ending her promising career before it even had a chance to fully blossom. Wright also claims that Jay-Z controls his wife, Beyonce, through the alleged use of drugs. According to her allegations, Jay-Z feeds Beyonce drugs as a means of exerting control over her. It's important to note that these claims are still unproven and should be treated as such. However, the fact that they have been brought to light by someone within the industry adds a level of credibility to the allegations. However, there are certain controversies surrounding him that are well documented. Let's look at some of them. On a fateful night in December 1999, the music industry was rocked by a shocking incident involving Jay-Z and a man named Lance Rivera. It all took place at the Kit Kat Club, a renowned hotspot in New York City. Jay-Z, accompanied by his crew, found himself in a heated confrontation with Lance Rivera, a record producer and business partner of the late Biggie Smalls. The tension between the two had been brewing for some time, allegedly stemming from reports that Lance had leaked Jay-Z's highly anticipated third studio album. Witnesses at the scene recounted a chaotic scene as tempers flared. In the midst of the altercation, Jay-Z allegedly plunged a knife into Lance's stomach. To make matters worse, he also smashed a bottle over the head of Lance's brother, Corey, Corey. News of the incident spread, and just hours later, he voluntarily turned himself into the police at Midtown South Precinct. He was arrested and held in connection with the stabbing fight that had unfolded at the Kit Kat Club. Jay-Z's mugshot profile, captured during his arrest, reveals a somber and troubled expression. The weight of the situation was evident as he faced the consequences of his actions. Despite the severity of the charges against him, Jay-Z maintained his innocence, initially pleading not guilty and denying any wrongdoing. However, as the legal proceedings unfolded, Jay-Z's stance shifted. In October 2001, he pleaded guilty to third-degree assault, accepting responsibility for his actions that night. The court sentenced him to 3 years of probation. The aftermath of the incident was filled with conflicting testimonies and statements. Lance Rivera, the victim of the stabbing, came forward and stated that Jay-Z was not the one who had stabbed him. He claimed that he had been surrounded by a group of individuals armed with knives during the altercation. While Jay-Z was present, Lance insisted that he was not the perpetrator. This conflicting account raises questions about the truth surrounding that fateful night. Was Jay-Z truly responsible for the stabbing, or was he caught up in a chaotic situation where the lines blurred? One witness, rapper Pax, vividly recalls the scene, describing Jay-Z's intense demeanor as he emerged from the club. Pax recounts seeing Lance lying on the ground, shouting that Jay-Z had stabbed him. While the incident at the Kit Kat Club remains a dark stain on Jay-Z's past, it is not the only troubling episode in his life. Reports of his involvement in messy business practices, such as passing bad checks and owing contractors substantial amounts of money, further paint a picture of a man with a turbulent history. Jay-Z has also been accused of aggressive behavior in the past, which raises concerns about how he handles confrontations. While we recognize the challenges celebrities face, it's important to stress that resorting to violence is never an acceptable response. If you enjoyed this video, click on the card showing on your screen right now for more videos.